Welcome everybody to a new video. Here I'm playing decidueye, and this game was a little different. So it was a little bit unorganized. This was a solo queue after all, so it can be a little disorganized. And my idea was to go bot lane, since bot lane has quite a bit of HP. And then nobody was really trying to go mid. I mean, I guess the Gimbal was gonna go, but he chose to go like bottom lane. And I think this is gonna be like a new thing for decidueye. Like, it just gives you a ton of HP. And since decidueye goes quite early at 7, I think coming to the center is great. I mean, if you have a Gengar and an Absol, I would encourage you to let the Absol and the Gengar come mid. But if you don't, like I do here, yeah, decidueye is great. Like, I see no reason why you shouldn't come down to the middle. Yeah, because you see here, I'm about to evolve. I evolve at 5, I believe. So once I finish taking out this Pokemon, I'll go at 5. And it was that Sawtooth. Try to get that Sawtooth that just bumped me up like 3 levels. But yeah, here you go. I evolved before I even face my opponents. And I'm like halfway level 5. And there's like just level 6. And I was a little bit afraid here. I was like, okay, like retreat. They have the Absol. They have everything. Like just hold back. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The Absol just does a ton of damage, and he was like super focused on us, and we were able to take out the Absol. The Asumaro just goes in, like, he fully evolves. And although they were able to take out the Alterias here from us, I was still fairly high level compared to them. I was able to here get this Altaria, and I was able to get like a couple more Pokemon, and I do evolve very early into the game, into my full evolution. So yeah, that's probably going to be something that I'm going to try to do in every game, try to go mid, and just turn into decidueye like 2 minutes in, and just absolutely wreck everybody since nobody's still fully evolved at this point in time. And yeah, we scored here 60 points in total. Yeah, here I shoot my arrow, hit the old, yeah, let my Marrow come back here, and I'm able to get finally my full moveset. And you hear, I can, like, I slap the Absol, and the Absol wasn't a threat in this game, mostly because I evolved so early that I didn't have time to pretty much, like, over-level us, which is what makes Absol so dangerous. It just does a ton of damage and is highly over-leveled. Yeah, and here I chose to score, and I do break the goal. So we're quite early breaking the goal, and I climb early into decidueye. Like, not even Regice appears yet. So that was quite nice, if you personally ask me. Here I decided to keep up the up-leveling, and I go down center trying to get, like, these Alterias too, and of course I do get the Alterias. I did not raise to the Regice since, of course, Gimbal and, of course, Asumaro were down there, and I'm like, okay, they can definitely handle it. Plus, they no longer have, like, a goal with them, so I'm not necessarily have to be there. But once I saw the Hoopa there, I was like, okay, let's go down here. They have an Angel Slash, and of course, they were making down here, but I make a ton of damage, as you guys can see, just because I'm so over-leveled. I'm level 10, 4 minutes in, just does a ton of damage, and there we go. We're able to clear them out, and we once again drop this 60 points on them. Yeah, Asumaro did great, taking out 3, and we're both able to score. And of course, the Absol does waste this thing, and I didn't really want to fight him, but you'll see what happens here. I didn't really want to fight either of them up close, because the decidueye's not for that, but we do defeat him, and here I just decide to dip top lane, because I'm like, okay, things aren't going very well on top, which means that they probably were under-leveled and their opponents were over-leveled, and that's what, like, the disparity was. So I figured, you know what, let's go up here, since bot lane has been super successful, and I'll leave people so over-leveled that it's gonna be like, okay. And yeah, you guys can see it's just a little bit of a level disparity, just a tiny one, not crazy, but yeah, that's enough, especially if you have a Pikachu and a Snorlax, especially because Snorlax can take a million punches. And there we go, we deal with the Snorlax, and we deal with the Pikachu, and I do believe we do break it here, between all of us right there. Yeah, and there we go, it finally broke, and I decided to go bottom path because I saw the Asumaro was getting jumped by like, everyone. So I'm like, okay, I need to pull double duty. I cannot, like, just because I did great, you know, on top, like, just kind of let him do there. Yeah, and Garchomp was kind of just chilling there, and here I'm able to take out the Aegislash, so yeah, you took all of those points for nothing. And, yeah, here we go. Yeah, 10 seconds in for the Regice, so I'm gonna... Yeah, I was trying to tell him to gather here, not to score. And then I was like, oh, look at all of these points. Yeah, and Regirock comes here, and we do put in a lot of damage, and I wanted to switch sides, that's why I stopped attacking. I'm like, okay, if the Absol shows up, he's probably going to be pretty high level now. There's, like, no way I'm, like, super over leveled now. Yeah, and here I had to stop him. As you guys can see, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, and here I messed up. I should have gone into the second goal. I do fall to the Absol. Yeah, I no longer have the over-level advantage. But yeah, very early on, I think that might be, like, the meta for decidueye, especially because you evolve so early on. You receive such a very powerful move early on. Try to go mid, get as much of XP as possible, and then just jump him as decidueye, you know? Which is what makes this game so great. Here I decided to go up on top because I saw them getting pushed, and I'm like, okay, we definitely cannot lose, like, another goal here on top. Because then, if you play smart, you'll just switch sides, right? And I was like, okay, Garchomp is definitely down there, so he can handle it. And Azumarill was doing a hell of a job. So yeah, here we get the Regieleki, and here I like to use my move. I waited for 2 here and there. Here I use it to check, and yeah, the Pikachu's right there. So just put in some decent damage to Pikachu. Yeah, and he ults us, but I'm able to barely run away with like 1 HP. Yeah, me and the Mew have like a lick of HP. I do shoot my arrow there. And we get the Hoopa, and we get the Pikachu. And yeah, here we finally are able to break this one right here too. Here we go. And yeah, the opposing team surrendered. Yeah, this was an incredible game. Yeah, I think that's going to be the new Decidueye meta. Just straight up go center, become Decidueye as fast as possible, and do the early break. Yeah, here we see the point rise right there. And yeah, we get 200 to 44, and of course your boy takes the top spot. You gotta give the respect to the team.